Hey everybody, Ace here, owning a home for free. You might think this video is a scam, but you would be incorrect doing so. I'm gonna go over how my wife and I own our home for free and how you could do so as well. So, owning a home for free is something that has been deemed or marketed as house hacking, but I would just like to call it utilizing your extra space. What house hacking means is that you are living in your house and you are renting out your extra space or rooms to roommates or tenants, and they end up covering your mortgage and potentially utilities and taxes as well. I'm going to go through a detailed example using my own house and then go through how you can buy your own house and rent it out to live for free. My wife and I are living in a fairly large house, and our mortgage payment comes in around $1,800 a month. So what we do to live for free is we house hack. We live in the upstairs part of our house, and we rent out our basement to a tenant. The tenant in the basement has their own bedroom. They also have their own bathroom and living space. And with an added bonus, they have their own mini kitchen with fridge and sink as well. We charge $800 all in for this living space downstairs. Now, renting out the basement only covers roughly 40% of our mortgage. So what we do is utilize the extra bedroom and bathroom upstairs using Airbnb. If you don't know how Airbnb works, you have to set up an account or a profile, and then you can list your bedroom and the amenities that come with that space. So we have one bedroom and one bathroom listed on Airbnb. And how Airbnb works is you can set a variable rate depending on the traffic that you're getting in your area. We have a variable rate set for our Airbnb room, anywhere between $50 and $100. And this depends on how much traffic is happening on Airbnb or how many rooms are being booked in our area. We can look by a calendar view and see what our price per night is for that day, if it's available or if we want to block it off. There are some dates that we block off, typically Mondays or Tuesdays, so we can get the room ready or get our week started and we don't have to worry about having everything prepared for an Airbnb guest when we're starting the work week. And the rates typically spike on Fridays and Saturdays because that is the heavily traveled days. We average anywhere from 8 to 10 nights a month in our Airbnb. So doing these two things, Airbnb out the upstairs and renting out the downstairs, covers our entire mortgage and in essence allows us to live for free. Now let me get into a couple different mortgage options that you're going to need to be familiar with before I can get into how you can live for free utilizing house hacking. First is a conventional loan. This is a home loan that's not insured by the federal government. Generally, lenders require you to pay private mortgage insurance, as known as PMI, on many conventional loans when you put less than 20% down of the home's purchase price. A conventional loan is the most standard loan utilized by the majority of people in America. We purchased this house using a conventional loan. Second is a jumbo mortgage. A jumbo mortgage has a loan limit for single-family homes in most of the United States. And in this case, it's capped at around $550,000. But in certain high-cost living areas, the ceiling could get up to about $900,000. Jumbo loans are most common in high cost of living areas and generally require more in-depth documentation to qualify for it. Next is going to be your government-insured mortgages. This includes your VA loans, your FHA loans, and your USDA loans. Starting with your VA loans. VA loans provide flexible, low-interest mortgages for members of the U.S. military, active duty, and veterans, and for their families. You can buy a house with zero down using this loan, but a funding fee is charged on VA loans as a percent of the loan amount to help offset the program's cost to the taxpayers. Then there's FHA loans, which is your Federal Housing Administration. With FHA loans, you can have a credit score as low as 580 and pay as little as 3.5% down of the house's purchase price. But there are some cases where you can pay as little as zero down. And then last of the government-backed loans is the USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture loans. USDA loans help moderate to low-income buyers buy homes in rural areas. You must purchase a home in a USDA-eligible area and meet certain income limits to qualify for it. And lastly, there's your ARM loans, which is an adjustable rate mortgage. I personally wouldn't mess with these one bit whatsoever, but to let you know what they are, an adjustable rate mortgage adjusts the mortgage rate depending on what it is. Now, let me go over how you can own a home for free using the house hacking method and covering over the mortgages that I briefly went over. So once you find a home you want to buy, preferably being 2 bedrooms or more so you can utilize the house hacking method, then you'd go through the normal steps of buying a home. You'd find a realtor, you'd walk the place, you'd make an offer, you'd put in some contingencies. Once your offer is accepted, then you'd go through things like having a home inspection and all the other things that happen along with it. Then you'd reach out to a handful of different credit unions and banks and try to find the right mortgage for you. For this example, you would either need to get an FHA loan or a VA loan with 0% down. Once you are completely done with all of closing and the house is said, done, and yours, and you've moved on in, what you would do is rent out any spare bedroom that you would have. You could put your place to rent on websites like Craigslist or even Zillow. So let's say you've purchased a place that's 2 bed, 1 bath for $150,000. You're gonna live in 1 bedroom and you're gonna split the bathroom with your roommate or tenant. A $150,000 house with a 3% interest would roughly have a $630 mortgage. So you would check the rents in your area, but you would try to rent your room out for at least $650 so your roommate or tenant could pay for your mortgage, thus allowing you to live for free. And it really is that simple to live for free. You just need to be on top of posting your room on websites like Zillow or Craigslist and screening your tenants. For my wife and I, we give flexibility to our tenant downstairs. We let them sign up for either a month-to-month, a 6-month, or a 1-year lease. And each lease option has a different price associated with it. Most people choose the month-to-month because they love the flexibility of giving a 30-day notice and being able to leave whenever they want. Which actually really benefits us too because we are collecting more money in our rents with the month-to-month lease and are perfectly fine being able to churn through people in that basement if need to, since we're already living here. So when the old tenant moves out, we can easily get it cleaned and set it up to rent for a new tenant to move back in. And that's the dirty, simple basics of how you can live for free utilizing house hacking. If you like this video or learned anything, please just tap that thumbs up button for me. That'd greatly help me out. Subscribe for more content and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions on what I just covered on house hacking. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.